back with another one for y'all. Happy, glorious match day for y'all on this awesome Saturday. Host Mo with the Max Football Podcast coming your way to break down tonight's matchup against FC Dallas. Let's be honest. Getting 3 points tonight might be a pretty tough get. And we know how tough this game can be when they want to be tough. And hopefully tonight at the snap, they got enough encouragement from us and themselves to go ahead and push on through to the other side where there's 3 points waiting for them as they can hopefully climb back in to the playoff picture. I'm here to break down the whole get down. I'm here to talk about how we can win and how we should play. And I promise you, I think I know the way. Some of us might still be recovering, still might have a little bit of heartbreak from and it was a heartbreaker, that happened on Wednesday, almost said Saturday. San Diego FC fell to the Colorado Rapids in the mere final minutes, but this seems to be the current way we play. Lose in the last minutes, but with the addition of Dangardun Thorhausen, maybe that helps us in the fullback spot where Oscar Verhoeven has been questionable, and so has guys like Carey and Sargent. But with a very welcoming return of Luca Bombino back at the left back spot, I feel like maybe things could be looking up for us. If Thorhausen can't play, well then at least maybe Bombino and Verhoeven can do something. I really hope not, but we got to try something. Maybe Ian Murphy starts on the left. It doesn't sound much better. Anyway, let's get into the tail of the tape. San Diego FC are currently on the bottom half of the West, looking like the playoffs are simply a dream. Currently sitting 13th on 17 points, also winless in their last 3 matches, but this is the second half of the season. It just started, and so there's very much a possibility for them to pick up steam. It all actually starts tonight. Dallas is sitting 5th in the West, and they are unbeaten in their last 3. They're actually sitting really comfortably in the MLS power ranking, sitting 6th overall, conceding at only 24 goals. That is 7th in the West, but on the flip side, they've scored 32 goals this season, ranking them 3rd in the West and 5th in the league. For San Diego, though, on the flip side of it all, are just behind Dallas, having scored 30 goals this season, but on the bottom half of the league, conceding 28. Dallas has won more games away from home, while San Diego has been very middle of the pack, even at the snap. So I give you all these stats to just prove to you that we are the underdog in our own house. And that's why tonight's win is just that much more important. This is about changing our ways and going into something that has to be done. This is a win of epic proportion. I know that sounds ridiculous. I know we're only in the second game of the second half of the season. Mo, you're being a bit crazy, but the fact of the matter is this is where the turnaround has to begin. We did not get a turnaround on Wednesday. We got a same old. We got to let's go out there and try what we know. We don't care if it works. Hopefully today it's all about whatever works will get us the win. Let's get into some keys to victory. So keys to victory tonight, I got 3 as I always do each week, but normally I give you like a one-liner. I'm going to kind of break down what I'm giving you. Here's the first one. Keep the ball on the ground and utilize wide spaces. What I mean by that is use the wingers and the fullbacks to create space, to attack in those open spaces. Dallas likes to use a mid-block, forcing them to spread the field out wide, try to force their mid-block to disassemble, if you will allow us to work through open channels, work through the middle, and then eventually back to the outside, as they're going to have to figure out how to shut us down. And trust me, with the way Dreyer works inside and with Bombino working on the left, maybe we have something tonight. any given Saturday, as they like to say. Key to victory number 2, be prepared for the press. Dallas is a high-pressing team. They will press us highest in our own final third when we decide we want to play out of the back. So when we play out of the back, it needs to be quick, and if it's the long ball, it needs to be accurate. Once their press dies down, and at some point with the way we like to play the long ball, it will slow down, attack, open space, force them to compress, force them to close in, and force open gaps for the final third, allowing a Dreyer, an Varkston, or maybe a Zomble on the left to do something tonight and really, truly make an impact. And the last one is one that's kind of been a little bit of a hindrance for us. So if you already don't agree with what I'm about to say, I apologize, but I promise you this is something that has to be done. Physicality can be your friend. San Diego is known for being a little bit grimy from time to time, and at times it's worked, and at times it's cost us. Cost us big. We cannot forget about the red cards earlier this season, but in the fact that this team is quote-unquote disciplined in the eyes of Mikey Varas. But in this instance, we're going to need to be aggressive in our tackles, and it shouldn't come at the cost of a booking. So be smart, yet aggressive. At least we can hope so. A game against Dallas like this is going to cause for physicality. We need to take their game to them. If that means pressing, if that means closing in at a distance, if that means aggressive tackles, that's how we need to do it. We need to play them the best way we know how to play them. I talked about the fact that we've only had 3 interactions with them. We're undefeated against them. The first time we met them at the snap, and they haven't been back since, it was a 5-0 loss. Plain and simple. So let's look into my final predictions. And as I already brought it up, Peter Musa is the guy that is... Well, I didn't bring him up. Peter Musa is the guy we need to worry about. The last time we saw him, he scored a hat trick on us. But I honestly feel you shut him down, you can shut down FC Dallas. Again, we are undefeated against them. 2 draws and a win. But again, they got to come to snap. And as much as they're better on the road than they are at home, 5-0 ain't nothing to live down. I don't care if it was last year or last week. If this team wants it, they can get it. I don't think it's going to be 5-0, but I do think San Diego gets the 3 points because they want it. They need it, and they're going to play desperate for it. 4-2, San Diego over Dallas. We get back on the front foot. We get back to our winning ways. We get back to adding points to the table, and hopefully we can get back to playoff contention. I love when they're short and sweet. It's a quick one. Be excited for this one. This is either going to be a game where we're going to go home crying or we're going to go home singing. And trust me, I'd rather be singing. So if I can ask you very nicely, before you leave, hit that like and subscribe button. Please share this with your friends. Share this with all the San Diego FC fans that you know, and let them know that Host Mo has got your back when it comes to news and coverage on the team. I know there's others, but no, there's only one Host Mo. So until then, you'll see me again with, I guess, a review of however it goes down tonight. You're going to get something from the stadium and a little bit from right back here. So hopefully it's a good night. And until then, vamos, San Diego. When you drew from both sides, San Diego, New York, London, let's rock. It's Max football.